First thing first, I want to go ahead and been wanting to do this, and I waited till today, which is the 15th of May. Yes, we are still in the birthday period of Taurus. And first thing first, I want to say like a happy belated birthday to the minister, Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. You know, happy belated birthday to him. Belated, I don't know. I know he's in his 70s. I know that, but happy belated birthday to him. But this one right here, I've been wanting to do, and it basically commemorate and wish a happy born day. May he rise in power. Darren Seals. Now, for those who have forgotten who this young brother is, Darren Seals is the activist out of Ferguson, Missouri, who came to prominence during the after the murder of Michael Brown by the Caucasoid pig Darren Wilson. You know, and he also has been a lot of social activism too, particularly against the Ferguson Police Department, aka the White Knights of the Ku Klux Klan, who I still believe that I don't give a damn what anybody say. I don't give a fuck what you say. That they the ones who murdered this young brother. Seals came to my attention during cause see, people don't. Let me just give you a little brief history about something. You know, I've been seeing articles that's been saying that the Black Lives Matter movement has started after Trayvon Martin was murdered. Totally incorrect. Ferguson, Missouri is the birthplace of the Black Lives Matter movement. But also keep in mind too, I have my issues too with Black Lives Matter movement. Reason speaking, they happen to be, as Darren has said in one of his tweets that I will post up here. As he said in one of his tweets before his untimely demise. When white elites own and control your pro-black movement, it's not a black movement. It's a white movement in blackface. # Black Lives Matter. And that's true. And the reason why I say that, why I posted this, is because you got to understand what Black Lives Matter, who finance and funds that. None other than George Soros. Okay? But this isn't about Black Lives Matter more. And plus, on top of that, what proved to me about what Darren Seals, about how real he was and how passionate he was about his people and fighting for the racial injustice that goes on in Ferguson, which, you know, which is like majority of the town is black, and the police department, where 57% of it is white. I don't know about now, but you know, the police chief that's there, or the Ferguson Police Department, is from right here in my hometown, in my home city, in my city of Miami. Delrish Moss, who happens to be the new police chief there, and I'm gonna get to that there in a minute. Because Darren had noticed that a few of the prominent members of the BLM, preferably the closet queer D. Ray McKinson and some other ones, were basically taking the money that was raised for Michael Brown's foundation, for the parents and stuff, and using it for their own personal uses. And I'm gonna tell you like this, and Darren, when they confronted D. Ray and basically bitch slapped him. I mean, you know, let's just say D-Ray's face went one way, his teeth and everything else, and his saliva went the other way. That's how hard Darren had slapped the shit out of him. You know, because he knew that they were frauds. Because he, just like I just showed you in the tweet, that about with that, you know what I'm saying? And he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. You know, because none of those guys are Black Lives Matter. Like, you know, in the beginning it had its purpose, but like I said, you got to understand what the pathology when it comes to that. But Darren Seals was found dead, shot in a burning car and shot too. Just the same thing that's happened to Edward Crawford. Same thing happened to DeAndre Joshua. As Tareem Rain said in his video, this is a pattern that's going on now. There ain't no doubt. I'm not putting nothing past Ferguson Police Department. I'm gonna tell you how real this shit is. Everybody saw the infamous video, and if I find it, I'm gonna find the link and put it in the description of where Ferguson Police Department hemmed him up and his brother up over there for about a good 20 minutes to an hour or something. And Darren came and told us, just wait a minute, hold on 1 second. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull up the audio, and in case anybody has forgotten, don't not pay no attention to that. You know, I'm always getting notifications on my phone. Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? They just wanted to go ahead. Here you go. In the background somewhere. Now this happened. This is the video where Darren and his brother was.
Hey, big dog, what happened?
Here it comes now.
All of it. You still on live, Facebook.
You get when they slam me out the car?
I didn't even get that.
Look, they just pulled me over talking about Facebook, talking about I'm an activist against Donald Trump. I went down to Trump rally and all that shit. Like, what the fuck is that illegal? Right. You slang dope? I said, what you think all black men slang dope? I got a nice car. I said, I work 6 days a week. That's why I got a nice car. Right. You know what I'm saying? So these motherfuckers straight pulled me over, slammed me on the ground. No, look, I'm coming from that. You seen the whole thing? Hey, get him on tape. Get him on tape. Get him on tape.
You was coming from that way, right?
Yeah.
So when you came up and pulled up, when you turned this way, they came from behind you. The other ones came from that way. So whatever it was, they they was following you.
Yeah.
They had to be following you for a reason.
Yeah.
But
they talking about Donald Trump, bro. They talking about I'm an activist against Donald Trump.
So what it was is that when he pulled up, one pulled up, the detective.
I told him, don't no fur pumping me, my nigga. Like, don't no fur pumping me. Ain't no Kool-Aid in my blood, bro. You can slam me, you can pull me out the car. I just don't appreciate the fact they cuffed and detained my baby brother. He 14 fucking years old. You good, big dog? Hold on, bro.
How old are you?
I want you to live feed this on my page too, right now. Hold on. No, we finna get it on my page too.
They pulled him out the car first.
Hold on.
Cause he pulled up, the police officer pulled up and jumped out with his gun out like this. They had him all pointed. So the whole thing is they trying to keep you because they think you just on the phone.
So this is what we waste our dollars on now. Taxpayer dollars.
Just to give you a synopsis of the story, Darren and his 14-year-old brother was coming out of the thing, taking care of some business, and no doubt the Ferguson PD and KKK will follow him, hand him up, standing out of the car, and put his 14-year-old brother in cuffs for no apparent reason.
Yeah, this is a Toys R Us parking lot on West Wilson.
Hold on.
And you do be out here. I be seeing you out here a lot protesting and stuff.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think y'all follow you on my page too on Facebook. I'm not mistaken.
Hey, bro, get this. Now you going live on both. Like, get Ferguson PD. Some of the detectives on left. Look at this shit. Now, explain them what happened, bro. Now, I'm giving you my version. Now, we operate the dialysis center on West Florissant. So the dialysis center. We operate on dialysis center on West Florissant. Everybody know me now, I drive a G. It's me and my baby brother, he's 14 years old. So we turned in some paperwork for my mother. She's in the hospital right now. So I'm turning in some paperwork for my little brother. As I'm pulling off, I get pulled over right here. They pull out, pointing guns at me. You seen the whole thing, right? Yeah. They pointed guns on me and my 14-year-old little brother. It's Ferguson PD. They pulled guns on me and my little brother. They run up to the car. They pull them out, grab me by my hair, slam me out the car, put me in cuffs, search my car illegally without my permission.
Yeah, I seen them. That's what
I gave them no permission to search my vehicle. I told them they don't have consent to search my vehicle. They searched my vehicle anyway. Then they pull me off the ground. They making calls to the detective. The detectives come. They search my car. Say there's nothing in there. They say, "Did you go to the Trump rally?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You post some shit about Trump on Facebook?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Was that illegal now?" He said, "No, there's nothing wrong with that. But you might want to pick your enemies better."
See that?
I said, "What do you mean by that?" He said, "Some people quote unquote called in and said I slang a lot of dope, I make a lot of money, and I protest against Trump." I said, "It's bullshit. Everyone who follows my page knows I work fucking 6 days a week."
Right.
What drug dealer you know gonna be a public activist? You know what I'm saying? So this ain't about selling no drug. This is about they're trying to pump fear into us young black men who got balls to stand up against people like Trump, people like Hillary, people like all these motherfuckers.
Right.
But interview this brother, cause he can tell you his version, cause I don't even know this man. What's your name? Darren. I'm Darren. He's seen the whole thing.
I seen him when I was pulling up to take my son to YMCA.
Yeah, they're not talking to the young brother that basically saw the whole thing.
Come from behind him and come from the front. I see one detective get out the car, point his gun at the young man right here, or whatever. They tell him to get out the car. They snatched him about the car first, from what I seen. They snatched him about the car. They slammed both of them on the ground. Had them both sitting over there, searched his car. I came back, and I seen them standing up. I guess they trying to find drugs or whatever. They ain't find nothing, so they let them go. It's Ferguson that they find us. They don't got nothing else better to do with their life, man. This is what Ferguson do all day long.
But look, they know who sell drugs. They know what's going on. They did all of this talking about Facebook and Donald Trump. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they called it tow truck. I thought they was gonna try.
Ain't no towing shit. Motherfucker, my license right, my registration right. I ain't got no warrants.
Then on top of that, little bro, you 14?
He's 14 years old. They pulled a gun on him, pulled him out the car, and put him in cuffs. He's 14.
Yeah.
That was that was that situation right there that happened right there. You know, now they said, like, just that sound like a person that basically we're gonna kill some. They feared Darren Seals, man. They killed that, you know what I'm saying? And you noticed in that video that he mentioned both Trump and Hillary, that he didn't have no support for none of them. As do I. I don't support neither Dope 45 or the Wicked Witch of the West. Neither one of them would never have benefited us, but I think I got another one where I got two videos. One I'm gonna leave in the description, where it was an eyewitness to the assassination of our young brother, the warrior, soldier, and king. And I'm gonna leave another one too, where he talks out about the Black Lives Matter movement. And on top of that, how he speaks about like how the LGBT took over. See if I could bring that one up. Took over Ferguson. LGBT Black Lives Matter took over Ferguson Mike Brown movement. You know, I'm gonna leave that one in the description. I mean, I'm gonna leave that video right there in the description. But yeah, it's just not only with Darren Seals. You know, this is supposed to be for him, so I'm wishing him a happy born day. May he rise in power. But the same thing has also happened to Joshua, which is the brother of Dorian Johnson, who was the witness there of murdering Mike Brown, and to also Edward Crawford. Now, if y'all don't know who Edward Crawford is, here in the picture with Darren, I mean, with Darren Seals, let me just pull up something real quick just to give y'all a reminder. If I have it. I know I do. Pissed off if I don't have it. I'm gonna be royally pissed. But anyway, that whole video, the video of that situation, like you heard, like when one of the Peckerwoods had asked him, I saying like that, you was there at the Trump rally and stuff, right? And he said, yeah, I found it. That's Edward Crawford. Remember this iconic photo right here that was turning when the Ferguson uprising. I dare not call it a riot, it's an uprising. You know. And he had on, it wasn't even a tank top, it was like a V-neck t-shirt with the Star Spangled Banner spread on there like that. That iconic photo will remain forever. And And now Edward Crawford was found dead, same way, shot to the head, burnt alive, and burnt in the car. This is nobody but the Klan doing that, over there doing that shit. AKA some of the members of the Ferguson Police Department. And I even hate to say this, but you know, Delrish Moss, you my man and all, but you just was a token for them as a police chief. And it's just not the Ferguson PD, but it's also the St. Louis County's Sheriff's Office too. You know, all through them, because after all, Missouri is known as the Show Me State. And it's one of the most segregated, St. Louis over there is one of the most segregated cities out there. Much like Detroit, much like LA. And it's an uprising. Just like it's an uprising in Baltimore, uprising in Charlotte, and everywhere else. But like I said, those brothers, was killed. Let me just bring another picture up of our brother here, Darren Seals. If I can find it. Yeah, I showed you that one now. Now that was during the protest right there with him and Cornel West. You know. So, you know, it's very, very iconic. I mean, personally, I wished I would have met this brother. And, you know, we would have got together, we would have chopped it up and did a lot of things. You know, I know he's his spirit is not gone, though. His spirit is still living within the residents of the brothers and sisters in Ferguson, Missouri. Same as with DeAndre Joshua, same thing with Edward Crawford, excuse me. You know, but the thing about this, we still gonna get, now according to the St. Louis Sheriff's Department and all them other bullshitters talking about, oh, we're still getting to the bottom of this. No. Y'all they getting to the bottom of it so that way they can try to sweep it up under the rug. Because you weren't dealing with no average moist dusty beta male. You know, the biggest fear that the Caucasians have when it comes down with reference to black men, especially when they hold their own nuts and they stand on their own 2 feet and look them dead in the eye and tell them about their behinds. And on top of that, they walk the walk and talk the talk. In other words, they walk like a king. They weren't around here buck dancing and cooning like some of these other idiots, like, you know, Charles Barkley. I've seen his show, and I think the people in Baltimore got in his ass, though. But I'm going to do another video on that for another time, because I really want to roast this fuck ass real good. You know, just like how Darren turned around and bitch slapped them punks over there at Black Lives Matter movement. And yes, he even spoke about how the LGBT had heavily infiltrated the Black Lives Matter movement and how they circumvented the true agenda of it. And let's just get one thing straight. For all you hate trolls and you cave-dwelling troglodytes who like to come on here and troll my channel with your bullshit and use a black face to try to hide your shit, and the same thing go for your coon sympathizers. Black Lives Matter movement is not an organization, it's a hashtag. So I don't know where the hell y'all talking about coming from. It's being a hate group or whatever. The people that did this to our brother here and to my other 2 brothers, DeAndre Joshua and Edward Crawford, That's a hate group. The problem is they just took off the robes and the hood and started throwing on a uniform with a badge and a standard issue 9mm or 40 or full size 40. You know, because either way they look at it, they cowards. I don't care what uniform they wear. But I waited till today to do this, to commemorate him on his born day. If he was still alive right now, Darren Seals will probably be about the same age as Colin Kaepernick. You know. So with that said, and I may be doing one tonight where I collabo with my brothers. We're gonna touch on this again because it's more to this than anything else. So I just want to just go ahead and just do this. Darren Seals, shout out to you. Shout out to DeAndre Joshua, Edward Crawford. May you brothers rise in power. And happy birthday. Happy birthday, Darren.